Today we had a workshop session titled Outbreak Management and Response. It is mainly a student guide. It's directed towards students. We showcased several outbreaks. We mainly focused on African countries such as Sudan and Rwanda. We showcased how to predict, how to prevent certain outbreaks, and in addition, in case an outbreak does occur, how we can manage to control those outbreaks. Yeah, it was very well received. It was a very interactive session. We had many students asking questions, responding to certain arguments, and so yeah, it was very informative and kind of integrated.
So what did you guys come up with?
I think all of the, or most of the participants and students that attended today are going to leave knowing how to predict future outbreaks, how to deal with them in case something does happen, and the steps involved in preventing outbreaks. Yeah, so an outbreak is basically an occurrence of a disease or an infectious agent in something that is abnormally high or more than what is normally expected. So we have several types like sporadic, epidemic, pandemic, and endemic. Each of them kind of has its own classification and its own way of dealing with it, but the major outline kind of line is that it's always best to prevent better than to treat. So the earlier we can recognize it, the faster and more effectively we can actually solve the problem. So if we have a global pandemic, like for example COVID-19 in 2020, the best would be to be in contact with world organizations like the WHO and the CDC, and then follow whatever guidelines they tell us to do. So if they say that, okay, this specific disease is transmitted via aerosols, for example, then wearing masks and quarantining and maintaining social distancing would be the best. So yes, in order to avoid, the first step would be to predict. So the earlier we can predict that a certain outbreak is going to occur in a certain region, then the faster and more effectively we can actually deal with it. And the second would be to identify. We need to identify what the outbreak is. And again, similarly to prediction, the earlier we identify, the better we can actually respond. Thank you so much.